Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Robert Kelly, a.k.a. The Dude, a.k.a. The King of Zoom. Thanks for checking out the Calter and Kelly YouTube page. We hope you like what we're putting up there. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and sign up over there, because every week we put a show, an extra show. Friday show, only Patreon. And we also have the J.O. party on Saturday night, only Patreon. That means you, all the fans, get to come into a Zoom and hang out with us and all the other ladybugs. And it's a blast. So we also let you watch all the shows live. YKWD live, all the Calter and Kelly's live, unedited, all go on the Patreon. And you also get the 10-minute extra YKWD every week goes on there, along with Live from the Shed, one-on-ones, Tech Talk with Bobby and Friends. There's so much content up there. And you know what? It's all for what? A price of a cup of coffee. $5 get you in the door. And you're going to love it. So make sure you go over there, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. And here's another little thing I want you to do. If you like this content we're putting up, subscribe and like. That's it. Just hit the little button, subscribe, so you know when we got a new show out, and then like it so we know you like what we're doing. Okay? That's it. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Subscribe and like. Now, enjoy the show.
This is the comedy event you've been waiting for.
Put it down, you fat bastard!
Comedian Robert Kelly will be performing live in front of an audience and streaming it right to your living room.
You're old as shit because your hair's feathered.
January 30th, 2021. Robert Kelly from Comedy Central, Netflix, and HBO will be doing his hilarious, crude, but vulnerable stand-up live from the Wall Street Theater and streaming it around the world right to you. Robert Kelly live stream pay-per-view from the Wall Street Theater, January 30th, 2021. Go online for tickets.
Yeah, baby. We're starting the podcast right now.
You can
We're
unmute
back.
yourself.
You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show. YKWD. I started social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast. YKWD's back again. Old school, back in the day, where it all started. Before them all. YKWD. This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules. Shut up. You're ruining this. Where's the bandana, man? Sorry. It's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR. That's what this podcast does. Is there any better show? This is the original. And we're back. What's up? I wondered why it was quiet. What's up, everybody? You know what, dude's back. Kelly's back. The dude is back from his belly button surgery. And we have a
Kelly Pastuca?
No,
Yeah, Kelly Pastuca's back, man. We've been waiting. Back from Australia. Sorry.
Yeah, this is gonna be like an old school in the studio with 18 people on the show. Fucking Greg is on fire.
Yeah.
What's his name? Mike Cannon.
Yes.
I mean, I could tell he just wants to lash out.
He looks angry.
I've been with nobody but a child for the last 7 days.
Yeah, and poor Jeremiah, just, you know, he's just a nice guy, just trying to get some people to buy his goddamn album. That's all. He doesn't want to be here, but someone said you should do all the podcasts, even that one. Yeah, even that one.
Dude, so Mike, for a second, I didn't realize, because your name says Garth Cum. Like, I was like, who is this comic's name who's Garth Cum? Because I saw you in a beanie, so I didn't recognize you at first, because I've never seen you wear a beanie before, and I was like, who is this dick Garth Cum? Is that his maiden name? Like, who is that guy? And then you're like, hey.
This is my Brooklyn character version of myself. And
Mike
the
has to
cum
be
stands
funny in
for
all media. If
That's
he
right.
sees a media text, I'm going to be funny.
Yeah, Bobby hates
gonna
it.
be funny.
He's-
Video.
I've never met a comedian less happy when somebody tries to make them laugh.
That's a good description of me. Don't make me laugh too much because my belly button hurts when
What'd
I
you
laugh.
do?
Is it wrapped up? Do you have a big bandage on it?
I do. I
Oh my-
have gauze inside of
like-
my belly button.
Are you like Schumer in her pregnant special? You just have 2 Band-Aids taped over your belly button?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, that's exactly what I am.
Let's take her for a spin, huh?
Yeah,
Why
let's
don't you show
see.
you- let's see.
OnlyFans.
Well,
Sure.
we'll
I
do that.
mean,
We do a 10-minute at the end. We do an extra 10, as you guys know, for the Patreon only, and I will show you my belly button.
Whoa!
I will
We're
show
gonna
you
throw
my-
up.
Yeah.
Well, not the new one. The new one looks like a porn star's asshole.
You got a new model? That's great.
Gaping.
How's the 2021 belly button on Robert Kelly looking?
You got a
It's
belly
looking
button
good.
rhinoplasty?
As opposed to what it was with the hernia just looked like Total Recall. It was just nuts. And it
Dude,
was
okay.
getting bigger and bigger, and it was just destroying everything. And now, when I went in on Thursday, the doctor, he's a member of my cigar bar,
Oh.
my cigar club, and
Seems like a doctor really concerned with health.
Yeah.
cigars are healthy. I can't take you
Cigars
seriously.
are healthy.
There's a fucking
No.
tit behind you.
There is
I
a tit. Well,
can't.
you guys don't let me do a cloud thing in the back, right? On this platform, I can't do any,
A cloud thing?
you
Like a
know.
cloud, like a green screen guy.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Right.
Like Jeremiah has behind him.
Full green screen on Jeremiah, I'm noticing. No effects. I like to pretend your whole home is a green screen.
Do you know what my
Actually,
favorite part of
he's
this?
at
Entire... Go ahead, Bob.
he's at a brand new comedy club,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
and no one has signed the wall yet. Nothing. Woo!
Oh, no.
Clean comedy.
How did you do that, Jared? How did you do that? No one will tell us how to do that.
Oh,
I've
because
told
I have
you
a green. Because I have a green screen.
Yeah, but I have a green screen. It's not up right now. But my producer on the podcast, not going to name any names, made me aware that we can't do green screen through StreamYard.
Mush is your producer.
Yeah,
Bicycle.
I
What?
said you have to have a green screen to do
I
it.
ca-
You can't do it without a green
I
screen.
got
Yeah.
one. I'm not yelling at you, Mike. I'm yelling at the situation.
right. That's healthy.
I just don't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, don't yell at Mush, because that will come back at you someday, as me and Gabby know.
Mike knows for every
Look.
time I insult him, he gets 5 text compliments immediately after, and about 50
Is
apologies.
that a cigar or is that a piece of beef jerky?
That's a meat stick, old friend.
Wow. Now is that
Snapping into it?
for humans or canines that you're eating?
Mostly dogs. These are dog sticks.
Greg lifts a hard pig ear in a second, just starts gnawing
Yeah.
at that.
When this fucking dog gets a job and starts bringing money into the house, then
Right.
he can decide what food is his. Okay.
Hey, Cannon. Now, when you do these podcasts for people, do you have to tell them not to do card readings in another room or something? The gypsy family you're staying with, is that what do you do with them?
They're Italian. They believe in a lot of specters and ghouls. They're frightened of anything and think all loud noises are their great grandparents coming back to tell them they should believe in Christ harder.
Harder.
Yeah.
Any odd long hair on their face is somehow representative of their grandmother's love.
Oh,
It
dude,
makes no sense.
the amount of times I had to listen about the Maloiks before my fucking son got birthed into this world, I'm like, you people are like a hair above retarded.
I like a move you're doing, Mike, which is such a power move, which is you don't put the ring light on. You just put the ring light in the camera to let people know I got a ring light. I got one, people.
You know what? I was just going to say my favorite part about pandemic podcasting has been are people that record podcasts as guests in their own studio but refuse to use the equipment. So they're wearing headphones and you see their entire $40,000 setup behind them, but they're coming in like just fucking lagging.
Flip the switch, you Gavone.
Yeah.
Just flip the fucking switch. Put the lights on. I'm with
Is
you.
that lady masturbating behind you with a gold blanket over her pussy?
My wife? No,
pissing
she's
on
the
my
other
head.
No, not you, Greg. I'm talking to Cannon.
She's squirting on my head.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
She's masturbating, right?
I hope.
Yeah.
Yes, that's art, brother.
It looks
Yeah.
like Hanukkah guilt.
Yeah, she's got college girl titties too.
No, I don't know what college girls you slept with, but she is she's a milkmaid, if anything. She's got kind of one of those medieval bodies that used to be attractive because she looks well fed.
Mm.
Yeah, like a college girl. College girls are chubby. What college girls are you sleeping with?
The hot ones.
Oh, sorry. I didn't do that.
The whole volleyball team. How you doing?
I
Now,
used to
I
sleep
hate-
with the college girl that had a TV dinner waiting for me when she was done.
And what's better in reality? That's way better.
Yeah.
I did a thing with a girl once where we had sex. I ordered a chicken parm sandwich. We had sex, and as soon as we were done, the chicken parm arrived. And I was like, want to split a parm? And she was like, on paper, this is the worst thing you could do with a woman, but in reality, this is amazing. And I was like, I know how to take care of people.
You're like, I didn't ask you to make it. Come on.
Buy his album, folks. Jeremiah Watkins. Go to JeremiahWatkins.com.
Oh, wow. Look
Yeah,
at
buddy,
that.
we're pumping that goddamn album.
Oh,
I
baby.
appreciate that.
And
What's
now we're out of talk about. We have an hour left.
the guy? You'll appreciate this, Greg.
Uh-huh.
The doctor who did my surgery, who's a member of my cigar club,
Right.
actually did the whole surgery from the other side of the room with a robot.
Really?
So he was in like a machine
Wow.
with the goggles strapped in with his fingers in these little things, and I was on a table in the middle of the room with 3 fucking rods sticking in my gut, and he was inside of me snipping and lasering and fucking pulling. And
Now, was that because he found you physically disgusting, or did he? Is this new technology?
Michael,
What
I
if
don't
it was-
I don't appreciate you.
Yeah, Mike.
And you're
Take that
fucking
back, dude. On the
Yeah.
next episode of Bobby's Patreon, I'm gonna eat cereal out of his new belly button. All right, just to show you how beautiful of a man he is.
Listen, man, this is your anger because you haven't seen anybody and you've been locked in that fucking bordello for 6 months in that whorehouse that you're staying in is not my fault. Okay,
You're right.
So
You're
don't
absolutely
take it out on me.
I just love the idea that they were like, we finally have the technology to do your surgery. Hernia? No, to be in the room with someone so fucking ugly that we've got machines now. We've got machines that we have pushed in that could deal with someone of your filth.
I want to
Not
tell
you.
you though.
We have top of the line equipment and all of our blind doctors on staff today for your surgery.
What if they just
Listen, you guys,
pierced his
wait a minute,
belly
stop.
button?
You're laughing at the blind doctor thing, but it doesn't track. So, the blind can't do the surgery. So you guys are just fake LA laughing because you know Jeremiah is somehow connected to Tony Hinchcliffe, which is connected to Rogan, which you're not going to get on anyways.
You're
So there
lashing
you
out.
go.
You're
All right?
lashing out.
Here's the funny part. The fucking sad part is that I go in and the night before I was so paranoid that I was just gonna shit on the table. So I called him up. I go, listen, dude. I go, I don't want to shit like on the table. He goes, you won't. Just don't eat anything after 12 and try to shit tonight. I go, I shit in the morning, but you're getting me up at 5. I can wake up at 6 and have a little. I need a sip of coffee for my machine, my mechanism. If I have a sip, I shit in 2 seconds. It comes out like a rope. And luckily I shit that night. But my next question was, I was like, are you going to see my penis?
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't understand the question. I go, is my junk going to be out? And he's like, yeah, you're going to be. I go, can I leave my underwear on? He goes, no.
He's like,
I go,
in theory, but there might be some sort of over-encompassing.
Right.
Well,
He's like, if there was any possible way for that to be a reality, I would let that happen. But no.
Can this robot jerk me off? This is the question. Sorry, Bob. You got 5 people on the podcast.
No, I'm letting everybody get their little zings in.
Robert Belly over here. Oh,
It hurts my stomach.
Actually, I've got 3 other people are going to sign in here. I just sent out the link. I just tweeted out the WKWD link.
So,
Anyone can join.
so
Please do that.
he goes like this. He goes, I will probably see your penis. I go, I'm just letting you know that I have a grower, not a shower. Like, you got to get it going.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a little small, but
Yeah.
if you get it going, it's a nice piece.
Mhm.
And he was laughing. He's like, okay, I don't need to know that, but that's fine. So then we go in, and my biggest nightmare happened. My
got
biggest.
hard.
Usually it's some old Irish lady or some Haitian woman. the two girls that work with him are smoking hot Spanish girls. The two nurses that walked in, hey, Mr. Kelly, smoking hot.
Right.
Like fucking dream fantasy. Oh my God, hot. And they're basically going to flop me on a table and I'm going to count back from 9 and I'm going to wake up and they're going to see my whole package.
Counting back from 9, I bet you'd still come before you got down to 9. It only takes me 4.5 to come, baby.
I just want to thank right now Manscaped for being a sponsor because I trimmed from my tits down everything. I trimmed my whole fucking bush fat.
Did you design it or you just kept it like, the green?
What do you want me to write? Hello?
I don't know. I don't know if you could do a Hitler stash or whatever you might do. A lightning bolt right above your rod, something to dress it up. Because the pile of putty that those two Latinx women had to look at, I'm sure that scarred them for a long while.
I don't. First of all, I'm not a pile of putty. You pink fucking hat wearing cocksucker, and you're vile because you've been quarantined with your child. Is not my fault. Again, I will say that. All right. Don't get mad at me because you are staying in the Corleone's house in Godfather 2. Well, listen. Yeah, they definitely saw my stomach.
Yeah.
But he showed me video. I can't show it. Don't ask. He showed me video of the operation.
Oh.
He had the girls show him over there and then showed me on the table.
I like how you said, like, I've got the video, don't ask. And everybody's like, yeah, we're not going to ask.
No, because you're going to ask this. I can't show it on the show.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, not on this show, but could you
start a step on you joke. You're probably right. Nobody was hammering down my door for the video of my surgery, but just in case it caught your fancy, Jeremiah. I don't know why you're being a cunt. You're usually nice, okay? You don't need to become what these cunts are. You understand?
I'm not a cunt.
Not you, Greg. I'm talking a fucking pink hat McGee down there.
Yeah, you're saying them. We're specifically talking about Mike Cannon, the asshole. Yeah.
Yes.
This is great. Come, Garth. Garth, come.
He's toxic. He's poisoning the rest of the guests.
Yeah, he really is. Jeremiah is such a sweet young man, and he's been nothing but miserable to me since.
Dude, I asked Mike before we started. I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I know Jeremiah," and he was like, "Oh, super sweet guy." I think he was like something about he's like so easy to get along with. And then Jeremiah came on and was like, "Hey, Bobby, you fat fuck." Fuck you, fuck Gabby, Cannon, suck my dick. I was like, all right, here we go.
I gotta give your listeners different tone, man. I was nice to you last time. I gotta be a little bit more, aggressive this time.
All you get talk from Joe List. I remember Joe did that to what guest was it?
At Monroe.
Monroe. Me and Monroe got into a fight.
I remember that.
We got into a big fight, but that was over something else. I forget who it was. Somebody. Fuck. Harrington. No, not Harrington. Somebody came in.
Todd Barry.
I've never had Todd Barry on.
Wow. I bet that's on purpose. I feel a beef. I smell a beef here.
No, I would love to have Todd Barry on, but no, I forget who it was. I've had fights with a couple people that came in hot. Like,
was it Phil Hanley?
Phil Hanley, I had to tell to shut the fuck up. Yeah, out of the gate. I think it might have been Phil Hanley. You're right, Mush. Phil Hanley got a pep talk from Joe List. You got to go at him. You got to go at him. And it's like, that's not true. I'm a very nice guy. We have a good time. And if you come at me, I'm going to fucking stab you in the throat.
Yeah.
And that's basically what happened with Phil Hanley.
Phil,
then
sweetest guy.
He's the sweetest guy in the world. All you had to do was come on the show. We would have had a great time. Who's the other guy I got into a fight with? Somebody else. Who's the guy for Dante? Who works for Dante?
Oh, that's right. Harry.
Harry. Me and Harry got into it. Oh, and I kicked Gino Biscotti off for life.
Oh, that's really right.
For life?
Can I hear about that?
What are you, the business?
Yeah.
What? Oh, I missed it.
Greg's just stalling so he can eat his fucking meat biscuit. Don't kid yourself. Hey, can you talk more, Bobby?
I choke on my meat biscuit. Why did you kick off Gino for Life? Or are we not discussing that because of?
No, have you ever talked to him?
No, I only hear about Gino Visconti through 5 other people who text me. This motherfucker said this today, and I'm like, all right. I'm constantly calming people down who Gino Visconti is pissed off, but I don't really have a direct relationship with him.
If I had to guess, knowing nothing, I would assume somewhere between the 15th and 43rd N-bomb, Bobby probably was like, "All right, buddy, I don't think you're welcome back."
No, I would never kick somebody off for being racist.
You'd invite them back.
As long as they were coming from a funny place.
Right. Well, that's why I said what I said.
What do I got to do to get kicked off for life? Let's do the kicked off for life crew. First of the 4 of us to get kicked off for life gets as many meat sticks as you want. I got a whole bag of them.
What he did was he wouldn't shut the fuck up. He tried to filibust.
Ugh.
And it's like, dude, you can say whatever you want to me. I don't care. I've probably gotten more shit on this podcast than anybody, and it's my podcast. And I think if it's funny, it makes me laugh. I love it. Right. And I 100% today's show expect to be abused by the 3 young men that are on this. If you didn't, I would be ashamed of all 3 of you. Jeremiah, it hurts coming from you. I'm just gonna say. Anyways.
I like how you said I didn't expect this coming from you, and then you gave me the laundry list of people. You're like, these are the people that I got in fights with that I no longer talk to. Just to keep you posted, Jeremiah. Like, I thought we were on a good vibe for a while.
No, I would never, not you. No, Jeremiah. No, you're not. Of course not. No, but he wouldn't shut the fuck up, and he kept going, Bobby. And I was like, listen, dude, let me, Bobby, Bob. And I shut his mic off, and he kept going, Bobby. And I go, okay. And now, mind you, I love Gino Bisconte. I've had 2 shows with him. I took him on a college gig with me, and the little cutest black kid ever walks up. Hey guys, thanks so much for coming. It's going to be a small crowd, but just don't say anything racist because we had an incident a couple weeks ago with some race stuff, and don't do anything rape jokes or anything because we had a sexual assault a little while ago, and it's kind of touchy. So anything else you can say, just those 2 stuff. First jokes out of his mouth. He says the N-word, and he makes a rape joke. And the kid looked at me and goes, why would he do that? And I go, I don't have an answer. And he walked off. He's like, hey, man, good crowd. I'm like, no, they're not. They're not. They're literally not. The 2 jokes. And I go, he wasn't asking for a lot. Don't be racist and don't do rape jokes.
Yeah.
Those are 2 jokes that as a comedian, you can eliminate. You should be able to eliminate in front of children.
Yeah. I love Gino. He should be the first human trial of a shock collar, for sure. But and it's all behavioral modification in some sort of language, control. Because he's very funny, and then out of nowhere he gets this weird, like almost possessed hitch to him, where he must say the most vile things on earth.
It's fucking nuts, man. And on the podcast, I think I'm going to have him back on though in 2021.
Yeah.
Just to see.
His sentence is over.
That's good.
Why don't you have him on for the last show of 2020, and then you can close the year perfectly
by kicking him off for another fucking
the movie,
banning him again.
Have him while we're still in these Zoom things. This way, if you need to like just close his screen, you can X him out without having to like physically remove him from the building.
That's the ticket.
Wires are crossed. Clickety do.
I did a gig once, Bobby, that your story reminded me of, where before we went on, the guy who booked the show, he comes up to me and a couple of the other comics that were on the show, and he goes, and this is in the middle of nowhere in Northern California, in this area where people start having Southern accents when you're out in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't really make sense, but the guy comes up and he's like, by the way, a couple things that I don't want you guys talking about tonight. And the main one, you're not allowed to say anything about drinking and driving or DUIs, because there's some kind of rumor that's going around that people are getting DUIs after they leave my establishment. So just don't make any DUI jokes. So we do the show, no joke. 5 minutes after we say thank you, good night, they start ringing a bell. And they lower a 30-foot beer bong from the ceiling, and they're like, "Who wants drinks? It's a special, y'all!" And they start lining people up, and they start drinking out of this beer bong out of the ceiling. I'm like, "Oh, I wonder why there's a rumor that there's DUIs happening."
Take them home if you want.
Also,
put it in the trunk.
Well, that's such a fun example of, like, you know, how airports completely changed post 9/11. That is such a pre-COVID drinking model where it's like, everybody suck from the tap, baby. Clean it with your sleeve, pussies.
Dude,
I wonder how, like, you know, those sushi places that the spinning thing goes around with just the sushi out in the open?
Yeah.
Where people could just, I wonder if
conveyor
that's
belt.
going to be done too, right?
The sushi trains, that's another one.
The sushi train, and then they have one where there's these fountains come down and the noodles come down the fountain, and you grab the noodles out of the fountain.
Where is that? Atlantis?
I know. I saw it on
his
Facebook.
dreams. I think this is his Willy Wonka factory he goes to of sushi.
Or pad thai?
Yeah.
Is this a dream that you had recently?
That was your surgery dream. You were high.
Yeah.
Bobby walks in, he's just like, if you want to view paradise, simply turn around and do it.
You ever been at a restaurant that shoots spaghetti into your mouth? With, you know, super soakers, you pump it up and you shoot noodles into your friend's mouth. You never been there?
Is the meatball gun done? Is the meatball gun done? We're probably done with the meatball gun.
There was a pre-pandemic Chinese restaurant around here, right? You just go into a dark room, you hear fluttering wings, you grab out, you reach, and you get your own bat. You bring it to the cook, they cook it however you like.
They put you in a dark room covered in meat. You just start biting. And whatever you bite, you get to eat.
I used to go to this pre-COVID restaurant where a girl would have Kool-Aid stains all over her shirt. You grab her shirt, you'd wring out the shirt in your own mouth, feed your friends, and it was a Saturday afternoon.
Eating dogs that are alive that we've just warmed in a blanket. That's probably done, right?
We got this new baby bird way of eating where the oldest gentleman at your table chews your food, spits it directly into your gullet.
Oh, baby birds. I've been there.
Baby birds.
That's what we like to call in the business making the clip. How you doing?
My stomach. God, my fucking stomach is killing. Oh.
Is it like, does every time you laugh, does your belly button like shoot out like one of those stress things that you grab in the eyes?
No, my belly button, right? Unfortunately, because of the size of the hernia, it's
you don't gotta brag, dude. We know you're packing hernias, all right, dude.
Bobby, you worked out for 3 weeks on Instagram and you had to go immediately into surgery.
Well, here's the problem. I worked out for a month, Greg. It was the 30-day less titty challenge. And one of the reasons I got the surgery,
traveled down to your belly button and then came out.
I've had the hernia for like 3 years. But one of the reasons I got the surgery is that on the Instagram when I was doing it live, I was reading the comments and it was like, good for you, great job, awesome. Hey, what's wrong with his belly button? Oh, somebody saw the hernia through the shirt, through my workout shirt. I was like, maybe it's getting too big where people are noticing it.
Yeah, they can tell if it's circumcised or not.
I went and got it fixed, but now I have a because this guy's amazing. He did such a great job, and my belly button looks awesome. It looks perfect, but it's very deep. Like I have a very deep belly button now. So
it's a wishing well.
Before?
What?
Was it not?
I had an innie, but look, I'm fat, so it's deep, but it's probably a little deeper now because he took that. There was literally this hernia in the belly button, making the belly button bigger. So as that hernia gets bigger, as it was getting, it was making my belly button bigger. So then when he took it out, he had to fix all that shit. but it's very deep right now. So I got to make sure I clean my belly button.
Well,
How-
it's, cool
how-
that Max, it's, cool that, it's cool that Max can throw his wishes down there.
I was gonna say, how deep is it? A pinky's width?
Yeah, how many
Uh,
times we talking?
How
Is
many
there
little snacks can you hide in
I
there?
can show you what it looks like. You want to
I
see it?
don't.
Yeah.
I'll show you the belly button before and after.
And can we see your penis as well, or is this
At the
It's only fair.
extra 10.
Is there a youth Chilean soccer team down there?
So if you want to see,
Oh.
Is your belly button more of a grower or a shower?
if you
Is
want
it
to
a
see the
deeper or
belly
a
button,
weeper?
Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Go become a member right now, and you'll get to see it, the before and after. Hey, fucking, it hurts. It feels like something is in my. It feels like somebody's sticking something in my like from the inside out when I laugh.
Oh,
It hurts.
Someone just commented, "This is gross." LOL.
Yeah, I don't like this. This is the problem with Gabby. Okay,
What the fuck?
Yeah. Tell us the problem with Gabby.
Yeah,
this is the problem with Gabby is that Gabby doesn't realize that. How old are you, Gabby?
16,
36.
No, how old are you?
26.
You're 26. So
oh
in
man,
around,
you are almost done.
Bye.
in around 10 years, when you have a baby, you're going to be going through all this. Your belly button, you're going to get the same shit. You're going to have a fucked up belly button, and your husband's going to be a fat fuck, and he's going to go bald.
Dare you.
And
Bobby, you haven't been around enough rich, beautiful people because Gabby's gonna shit out a baby and then snap back to her former self within 11 days, and it's going to cause some sort of violence on her.
I'm gonna have I'm gonna have abs in a week. Okay,
Yeah.
so don't curse me like an old oracle. Right
I mean,
now.
don't get me wrong. Her vagina will look like a Demogorgon's face, but everything else, everything else.
I
will
don't,
be
I
fine.
don't. I mean, what the fuck is a demogorgon, you
You
nerd?
know.
Stranger
Stop it.
Things, bro.
What is it?
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Ugh. I
I'll say
hate
this.
that you just
It's
did
gonna
a
make that
reference.
noise.
You just did a reference that I didn't get. Bugs me.
What's
A
crazy is
demogorgon. You just did a demogorgon joke. You
Goddamn right.
fucking-
I'm trying to get into the hip Brooklyn rooftops.
that definitely looks like my butthole.
I mean that is a
Butthole.
that is a post baby snatch if I've ever seen one.
Sure.
I love that the creators were like, "What kind of monster you want? Give me flaming attacking butthole if you could. Can you give me a vagina with arms and legs that's really angry at me? Because that's what I saw last night with my wife came home. How you doing, folks? Buy Jeremiah's album. It's on Netflix and iTunes. Rate, like, subscribe.
It's not on Netflix, you fucking idiot.
Netflix and
Might- maybe.
iTunes.
You could put it on there if you like. Just
I'm sure
get
you
into
can,
coding.
you can hack their system.
He's not fucking. He's not Andrew Schultz. He can just get stuff on Netflix.
It's called Family Reunion. Get it while the
Now.
getting's good.
Right now. Amazon, right?
It's on Amazon Prime, Apple TV,
damn.
Video on Demand, and more.
Hey, nice.
Bye.
Congrats.
Spotify, iTunes, all the audio platforms.
It's real good.
Bingo.
Bingo,
Now,
bingo.
the surgery
You look so
stuff.
young.
Yo, listen. If you're listening to podcasts, this sponsor, one of my new favorite sponsors, they've been with me for a few here, and I'm very proud to have them on board. BetterHelp. You're listening to podcasts. You need help, okay? Especially this one, okay? Because we're all looking for a way out from sadness, depression. Sometimes you don't know how to get places. You listen to the podcast so you can find out how to get to your goals and how to get through troubled times or get out of feeling bad. Sometimes podcasts and TV shows aren't going to cut it. You need something more than that. BetterHelp. You need somebody to talk to. I've been talking to somebody for years. I use this company. Okay. BetterHelp is going to assist you in getting you somebody, not just anybody, somebody you match with, a therapist that you like. That's the worst when you get a therapist and they stink. I had a therapist one time, had 2 dogs that growled at me, like lions going, "Arr!" The whole therapy sucked. BetterHelp's not going to have that. You're going to get professional help, professional therapist that you connect with privately. Guess where? Online, in your own home. You don't have to go somewhere. That's another thing. I got to drive 45 minutes into the city, find parking for God knows how much, and then sit in a lobby with other crazy people. with some stupid sound machine. You can still kind of hear in the room. That's not going to happen. That does not happen here. You do this in the privacy of your own home. You'll be able to send messages to your counselor anytime and get prompt, thoughtful responses right back. And you can schedule a weekly video sessions and phone sessions. You can do it on the phone. You can do a video. It's more affordable than traditional therapy too. That's huge. Okay. They have financial aid available for people. Dude, I can't afford it. Yes, you can. Wake up. It's affordable now with BetterHelp. You'll be able to get help you need. And we all need some help. Trust me. I've been out of my mind my whole adult life. Okay. I've been searching for something like this and been able to talk to somebody neutral. You can't go to your wife and tell her your deepest, darkest, craziest thoughts. She'll leave you. You can't go to your best friend and tell him something. He'll have ammunition on you. You need a neutral person to be able to help you with the needs so you can get to where you want to go to in life and at least be happy and feel great. All right. So here's the deal. This is what I want you to do. You're going to be able to go to BetterHelp, but I want you to, because look at depression. Who's got that? Me. Stress, bing. Anxiety, bang. Anger, hello. Relationships, woo, I'm married. Trauma, yes, from when I was a child. Self-esteem, I hate myself. And tons of other stuff. Okay, you're going to be able to get help from BetterHelp. Listen, my listeners, all you guys out there and girls, it's great to talk to somebody. Okay, you need to get it off your plate so you can feel good. It's a hard time right now, being home, being locked up, losing your job, not having enough money, Christmas, holidays, family, friends. It's a lot. It's a lot for all of us. So please, I want you to do this. Reach out. I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhealth.com/dude. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/dude.
I look so young. Oh, in the album cover or just in general?
In the album cover, you look like a young boy.
I'm clean. That's what happens when I'm clean shaved.
You know what's so funny is that if you put him in a movie and put a cowboy hat on him, he's as fucking thin as Clint Eastwood. I mean, he would look like a fucking man if you put some man clothes on him and a cowboy hat. Look at that. He looks like Clint Eastwood.
There should be a sketch between Jeremiah and Mike Feeney of dueling life-size Woodies from Toy Story. I feel like you guys both look and move exactly that same way. Yeah.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Jeremiah wins. Just because he has commitment. Feeney would have took that as an insult and just said something mean back.
Of course,
Jeremiah went with it and fucking did the character. I applaud him. Good for you.
That's right. Yeah, I'm like so pissed at Feeney right now. I don't even want to get into it.
Oh,
why?
Get into it. Let's trash him.
Why?
Yeah, fuck him.
Are you serious? You didn't hear about this?
Why?
It's all over the web.
Sure, 2/3 of my comedy interests are completely tied to him, but let's trash him.
Dude, are you dude? There's no way this is all over the World Wide Web.
Nobody cares about him.
Last night is the week reunion of this. Come home. In my bed, he is having sex with my wife.
Whoa.
I know.
Wow,
and
awesome.
I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Oh, I thought it was my Asian wife." And I just said, "You need to leave," and we're not talking. And so I have not talked to him since.
Do you guys
think you'll
both?
forgive him?
What?
Do you
I
think
couldn't come
you'll
up with a good
forgive
enough. Will I forgive him?
Yeah.
It's hard not to because of his sensuality. I have no idea where I'm going with any of this. This lie has got out of control.
Yeah,
I just wanted to be talking. Sometimes I just want to be talking.
I imagine him having sex with your wife, and then he just like you confront him, and then he just doesn't stop, and he's like, "Oh, is this you, bro?" oh, my bad. Let me finish up real quick.
Yeah, when he met my wife, we went, "Greg, how'd you get that?" And I went, "You remember that?"
Yeah, and just before he finishes, hey, you want to be in a sketch of mine? I'm filming it next Tuesday.
But the cool thing about Feeney is he's the only guy that scissors women. So that At least it was something different that he showed your wife.
It should be noted that I love Feeney. I would like to put that out there, so he has to get mad and cry, and I got to deal with that
These
fucking
scissors.
drama.
These scissors, he really does strike me as a scissorer.
He just tucks his little dick down and just fucking puts one leg on the other, and they figure it out.
Shit.
Must
I'd
be
love to
hell
see
for
Jeremiah and fucking Feeney scissor each other for an hour.
Hey, dude, that's on your Patreon, all right? That's just exclusive footage. We're gonna save that for after the show.
Oh, fuck me.
True story, not a lie. I was at Mohegan Sun like a while ago, and Feeney was pictures in the green room, and I was stoned and a little drunk, and I was like, this fucking guy, fucking Feeney, you fucking, and I started just like, going crazy on him. And then the manager looks at me and goes, I don't know, man, he's really nice to me. And I was like, yeah, he's like one of my favorite people. Like, he took everything I said so seriously, and he was like, I just didn't see that with him. I was just joking. I talk to him every day.
What's that manager's name? Brendan Sagalow?
Did you see that Photoshop someone made of Feeney as an older man?
No.
No, but can we?
Whoa.
Mush.
Wow.
The whole way from the heavens.
Yeah.
Mush,
Oh,
Mush comes in with a fucking home run.
Just
Nice.
Haymaker,
I'm gonna
dude.
Venmo you $5, Mystical.
Yeah.
Did you call him Mystical?
And that's his name on our podcast. Mystical. I don't know what he came
Bicycle, bicycle. Yeah.
Bicycle, his full name.
His full name.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
So we're
good,
so
right?
can I ask a question? I have one gig for the rest. I mean, January 30th.
Yeah.
I have one gig. Do you guys have any shows lined up?
I'm supposed to film a surprise special on Wednesday, and then yesterday it was announced that 12 inches of snow are coming. So perfect.
Where were you filming it?
On Long Island.
Of course.
At
Yeah.
what club?
Not a club, a room that is sold out. Everything's ready to go. Still may happen. I'm hoping it happens, but I got Homeless Pimp on it. I got the whole people that shot my Comedy Cellar special, and then also the guys that did Rigatone. So it was totally geared up, ready to go. But it wouldn't be this year if something shitty didn't happen. So
Are you gonna have all your famous comic friends have to promote it again?
you mean not promote it? Most of them fave it, and then Voss would just comment every once in a while, being like, "Your responses are embarrassing. Act like you're famous."
That sucks, dude. That's so fucked.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm still hopeful, but that's my only. I think I have another spot on the 23rd that I may have to cancel just because I want to see my family and not kill my mother. So,
What about you, Jeremiah?
Yeah, December 30th. Have you guys done Soul Joe's? Have you done?
Yeah.
Soul Joe, baby.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Good guy. Yeah, known him for years.
December 30th, I'm there in Royersford, Pennsylvania, and then I'm in Austin, January 6th, and what is it? Austin, January 7th, and Fort Worth at Hyenas.
Where are you?
8th and 9th.
Where are you working in Austin?
It's called Vulcan Gas Company. It's
the Vulcan, on 6th Street.
Yeah, I believe so.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it's a rock club.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah.
I was just in Austin last week. It's fucking different, man.
Dude, it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Are you doing
I
a
mean, it's
high
not
profile
the same.
stopover on a show that may
What's
exist?
that?
I said to Jeremiah, are you doing a high profile stopover on a show that may exist in that city?
Not that I know of, so no. Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, Rogan moved there. Elon Musk is moving there. Fucking a lot of comics are moving to Austin.
Tony
Tony
and Brian are moving there. Yeah, Tony Hinchcliffe and Brian Redband are moving there.
Yeah. Jose Rubiani, this guy I went to high school with, he just moved there. He's got a wonderful wife. He works for some kind of IT company.
Lucy Pepe, my first girlfriend when I was in first grade, she just moved there.
Yeah.
With her
They
family.
filmed the football scenes from Friday Night Lights there.
Important.
I knew a guy named Austin Rye. I did improv with him for a little while. He's alive.
You're telling me you knew an Austin in Austin? I mean, come on.
No, he lived in Brooklyn. and he still lives in Brooklyn. But his name is still Austin.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
Austin Rivers, newly acquired New York Knick.
really.
I
Oh,
knew
you
a
know
guy
about
named
Toppin?
Brooklyn. He lived in Dallas. Craziest thing.
You think Bernie Taupin's going to bring us a gold, Mike?
Bernie Toppins.
This is me trying the best I can to talk about sports.
Why would you bring up sports, Greg? It's not your thing. All right, you have fucking dolls behind you.
Well, the best is that he has nuggets of information. So every once in a while, like Greg is like the best con man because a sliver of truth will enter, and you're like, "Do I not know? Am I not privy to this?"
If you ever find yourself in a conversation about basketball and you don't know what to say, you just say, "Fuck Dolan," right?
Yeah.
Fuck Dolan. And everyone go, yeah. No idea who Dolan is, but I know everyone in basketball hates him. So I just
Can I tell you something?
Dolan's a piece of shit.
I really fucking hate stat guys. I hate stat guys.
Mhm.
I don't like fucking. I hate people who can fucking quote the Sopranos and Goodfellas and fucking The Godfather and whip out scene. It's like that. And I hate people who go, it's like that Seinfeld episode when they're trying to teach you lessons of life.
Yeah.
It's like that. Go fuck yourself. I don't remember anything. I don't retain shit. I don't give a fuck about anybody. I have nothing upstairs.
I'm
And
right
you
there
can
with
suck
you, dude.
my grower, not a shower.
Guys,
What happened to your finger, Greg?
Guys that discuss cigars in detail are like lower than scum to me.
Let me tell you
I
how to
love
defeat a
cigars.
stat guy.
I love cigars, and I don't. And
Yeah,
I don't
that was
like.
about you.
I don't like people who go, it has a nutty chocolate. I mean, listen, I say chocolatey about every cigar I have. But I agree with you, you fucking pink hat fucking queer. Okay?
If you ever got a stats guy, if you're ever in the shit with a basketball stats guy, this is how you defeat them. I defeat them every time. When they're always like, hey, Brian Duji's got a 6.2 on the OPS. I always just look at him and go, really cool. What's his wingspan? Just ask about wingspan. Nobody knows wingspan. And then you look away like, well, I don't know. If he doesn't have a good wingspan, then I don't seem to care for him.
I hate sports guys, especially sport comedians. They come up and they know, hey man, you got the Red Sox gonna have a good year. Who'd they pick up? And they put you on the spot. They want to see if I'm not a fan because I don't know. They just picked up Walio Gongracius, whatever the fuck his name is.
The great Walio
Guatemala.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
He was highly touted though.
Yeah, I do. We have these same people in the Star Wars community. Whereas, like, you're like, I love the movie, and they're like, oh, do you know about Gregonio from the Dagobah system? And you're like, hey man, fuck you. I didn't read the book that came out in 1976, and it's no longer canon.
Isn't there a way to talk about it where it's not condescending? So if they're like, if they're Star Wars like Asperger kids, and they're like, oh, you don't know about that, then I totally get your point. But if it's a person that just wants to connect with Robert Kelly, the person, and they know he's from Boston and nothing else, and they're like, oh, I know this thing, and hopefully this will trigger something where it makes you look at me in a positive light. And then Bobby's like, I've never cared. Like that'll shatter somebody's heart.
Now listen, Mr. fucking Cannon. I
do
care about Star Wars. Okay?
I'm talking about the Red Sox.
I like the Mandalorian a lot, and I will talk about him forever. I don't mind Star Wars. Like sci-fi nerds don't bug me because they're not cunty about it. You know what I mean?
They can be.
Sports guys have a tendency to say you're not a man if you don't know your new center fielder or some horse shit.
The comic nerds do the same shit. You didn't read Spider-Man.
Especially guys who don't even have a fucking kid, who've never even took care of anything. Their mom still fucking makes them breakfast every fucking day. Who's telling me what a man? Go fuck yourself. You're not a fan. I hate that. You're not a fan.
Yeah.
I am a fan. You fucking idiot.
I'm
a real fan.
fan.
You're a fanatic. You're a piece of shit. You take it too far. Cult member.
But I forget what I was going to say. Never mind.
That's how I am with like I'm a supporter of like the Kansas City Chiefs and the Kansas City Royals, but like when people start going down the list of stats for me, I'm like, I know like when I can watch the games, I will, and I'll watch highlights and stuff like that. But don't ask me like stats or anything like that. Like,
yeah,
But luckily, we have a great quarterback right now. Mahomes is like one of the most fun people to watch right now in the league. So I'm just like, how about that Mahomes, right?
Yeah.
It's ready to saw it.
Wait,
He's a
Kansas
good-looking
City
guy.
is a football team? I thought there was a baseball team.
What?
The
Kansas
Chiefs?
City?
Kansas
Kansas-
City is
Are they gonna
football,
have to,
and
are they
the
gonna have to
Royals are
change the
baseball.
name? Are there talks, or are they going to change the name of the Chiefs because the Cleveland Indians just announced that they were no longer going to be the Indians?
What are
The
they gonna
great
be?
thing about the Chiefs is their emblem is just an arrowhead. There's literally
Right.
nothing to
Hmm.
do with. There's not like, you know what I mean? It's more
Yeah,
the
yeah.
logo of like the Washington Redskins that they're like, oh, this is offensive. And then our mascot is literally a Kansas City wolf.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not a
there's
Native
like
American. It's
no
not a
way.
Native American that can't process alcohol on the side of their helmet.
No, they just have like, we mean chief in the way a condescending boss talks to you. Like, pick that up, chief. Like, that's
Yeah.
the new mascot is just a dad talking to a 13-year-old. Hey, chief, you want McDonald's breakfast or what?
Yeah.
A
It's just a
divorced
firefighter. Like, hey, don't worry about it. All right. We're
What,
gonna put out that team's win over us. No problem. All
It would
right.
be, it would be cool if
what is
Cleveland
the-
changed from Indians to like, then it's just like dot, not feathers. So now they're just India Indians.
Oh, right.
And that's just now their team.
You know, the original logo of the Kansas City Chiefs was a fucking Indian with a skirt running with a football and a hatchet.
Really?
Yeah,
Are you? I can't tell if you're being. That could be reality. Are you
I'm
serious?
serious. Yeah. Well,
Let's
yeah,
We'll
that's
pull it up.
Hey, Mush,
Yeah,
pull up a clip.
original.
logo.
Hey, Mike Cannon.
Yes.
What's that's your name, right? Mike.
Yes.
What
That's-
is
oh,
the?
wow,
Yeah,
loincloth.
that's it right there.
They didn't even color it in.
Why is he
Small
blonde?
dick.
They did
Small
a
dick.
red and went, "We're good."
That's a short cloth.
Yeah, but look at the hair on his upper thighs.
And butt.
Well, that's
And
because
down
wow.
on his chest.
he's only wearing a loincloth so it doesn't chafe his quads, so he has hair that grows there.
It's the ultimate warrior.
Yeah.
Hey, Cannon, what are the Cleveland Indians gonna be?
I don't know. They don't know yet. They just know that that's no longer going to be their name. So, and at least they're apparently gonna make an effort to rename them. They're not like Dan Snyder, the twat from DC, that is just like, fine, if I can't be mean to Native Americans, then we'll just call us the football team.
What if they moved their team to Columbus and they became the Columbus Explorers? They're like, no, we're trying to move away from the Native American thing. It's like, no, Christopher Columbus, we're gonna name a football team after Columbus.
Yeah, we're the blanket givers.
You should just do the New Jersey bad tippers, and it's clearly just some Italian guy.
Italian.
Well, I didn't want to, so I went with Italian because it was the one I
You
am.
fucking pussy.
Yeah,
You fucking
yeah.
Italian.
What do you want
with a
from me?
great-
You were
I-
right
I had
there,
fun
dude.
of
I'm
mine.
not
Right
going to
there.
say who they are.
Italians tip too much. My friend used to tip the toll guy.
You kidding me?
I
They
swear
don't
to God,
call
we
it-
go to the toll. He give him $2 for the toll and give him a $5 as a tip.
Wow.
My dad was at my house. The tip was included in Seamless, and then my dad tipped him cash. He goes, I don't count that tip. So I tipped him $5 from Seamless, and then goes, digital tips aren't real, and he handed the guy a 10. And I go, all right, that's just what we do.
See, so
That's right.
Italian was wrong. Nobody has seen an Italian enter a restaurant and be like, "Oh, another group of Mondays showed up."
Was riffing. I was grabbing anything, and I didn't want to say,
What? Just say it.
who?
But-
The
Say it.
What? Who? What are you talking about?
goddamn Japs. These fucking Japs. I thought it was gonna be what
Everybody make Gabby face.
everyone knows the Jap. It's
You
not
can't
me.
say that because of my career one day.
No, Mike Mycicle, he's Japanese. He'll back me up on this. You're people, right?
He's
You
not
don't tip, right?
He's Mexican.
He's Mexican, you fucking
Mike is.
racist.
Look at Mike's face. He's Japanese.
Mike, can we see your face?
Yeah.
The
Japanese.
closest Mike is to Japanese is that he looks like Squirtle from Pokemon.
Yeah, he's not. That is not Japanese.
A Japanese turtle.
Yeah, he
I guess
looks like he's about to evolve into Robert Kelly. Like Robert Kelly's the next evolutionary Pokemon state of mush.
Yeah, Mike is Bobby halfway through chemo.
Mike is a good guy.
You know, Jeremiah's not my friend because he called me Robert.
I did
call
that
you Bobby too.
On my first time on this podcast, I called you Robert. Anything. Everyone else is calling you Bobby, and I was like, "Do I call him Bobby? I don't know. Do I call him Bobby?" The Marquis said Robert Kelly. Should I call him by Marquis name? I don't know what to do.
What Marquis?
The Marquis, all the Marquis. The Creek in the Cave, Marquis.
I can't take you, Greg. You fucker.
I sometimes call Bobby by his Twitter handle. You know what I mean?
Robert Kelly Live.
At TotallyBobbyDotCom.
Yeah.
Totally.
I can't think it. I shouldn't have done 3. I should have done 2. My belly button can't handle 3. I can't handle 3. I can't handle 3 young bucks. I can only handle 2.
Oh boy.
As a wounded comic, I can't fucking handle you 3. Ah, shit, my stomach hurts.
I was kidding with the Japanese people, by the way. I was going to get that out there.
Yeah, you were talking.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're in the clear now.
Yeah, you're in the clear. You get it.
Oh, I love a good sarcastic. Oh no, you're good.
Oh, you're good.
People will be sure to take the full clip in its context.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
I always. Whoa!
You
I always
meant
do that with my
European,
wife.
right?
I'm always like, I always do that with my wife. Where I'm like, no, I'm really excited to see your family this weekend.
I do love that. Anyway,
Hey,
do you know Rogan or? I'm just kidding. That's a callback from the first joke we made in the beginning.
We got it. Can
No
you
one
stop
got it.
fucking
Don't get me. I
ruining it for us? We all laughed. We
Nobody
got
likes
it.
me.
We all love you. What
No
are you
one.
talking about? Why are you spiraling right now? You always spiral at the end of the fucking show. Your blood sugar goes down. You spiral.
I got a good 40. I got a good 40 on me, and then after we hit the 40-minute mark, it is I hate myself and Japanese have problems. That is where I go.
First of all, you meant Europeans don't tip, right?
No, I
No, he meant what he said.
I'm afraid to say it.
I
still
feel
scared to
comfortable
say it.
making fun of Japanese people because my wife is from Thailand.
Right. Well,
Hey,
they deserve
does
it.
Mike Feeney have a Asian wife too?
He does not. No.
I just said anything
Italian.
before. She's Italian. Gunzi, right? She's a Gunzi.
Yeah.
These Gunzas.
But she's tan, so maybe he could possibly, mix up his and Greg's wife.
Erica is so sweet
Yeah.
that I don't understand why she married him.
It makes
I-
no sense. It absolutely. She must have seen him as an injured bird that she needs to nurse to health, and then his psychosis and devilish nature finally pushed all of her enthusiasm and lust for life down as low as humanly possible. So she has no fight left.
I have a theory. There was a first husband that is still in the basement that Mike Feeney has kidnapped, and she only married him to keep the true love of her life alive. Sorry, Bob.
That's beautiful,
No,
actually.
that makes a lot of
Still kinda-
sense. It
You're
also
right about it.
it makes
He
sense
edits
why,
the sketches.
and she cooks in such great portions that
Yes.
Mike can't possibly eat all of that. So she must shovel some of it into that lower level.
She's always cooking for the family she has locked in the basement that Feeney has a gun to their head.
That's right.
Facts.
This is
So-
true.
So what you're saying is that Mike, she has a family that Feeney has in the basement of the apartment that he's keeping hostage, so he can portray that he's a normal, everyday guy with this girl, and he has a normal life. But he's really just a
Yeah. Haven't you ever seen him blink? It's this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how
I've
Mike.
never looked in his eyes in my life.
Oh,
I'm afraid.
don't you dare, dude! It's worse than Medusa. It turns your inside into.
I
hot
caught him jerking off to Andrew Schultz's Instagram.
Oh, I believe that.
It's crazy the Me Too movement just passed on him after all.
Right?
You want me to turn the phone? You got it.
Feeney has catalog tapes of him sexually assaulting women throughout his time in New York comedy.
And he'll show them to you. You just got to ask.
What
Barely.
do you mean? What do you mean?
Barely.
Well, like I said, he has been a long time abuser of women, and the act is not enough for him. It's the
Feeney
cataloging and keeping the
Feeney?
information secure in his own home that really
I know,
gets him.
but
Yeah.
Feeney is a sexual assaulter.
Michael T.
Yes.
Feeney.
Yes.
I am Mike Feeney on all
Yes.
social media. Mike Feeney.
TotallyMikeFeeney.com.
has hurt millions of women.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man,
Possible murder.
You can't
Possible
say,
murder.
do you understand how the internet works, Cannon? You can't just say, ow. You can't just say this outrageous
He's
shit.
not saying it. We are saying it.
Yeah, we are all agreeing because
We are all.
we're tired of being held under his thumb of power.
Yes.
Hey,
He drinks
Cannon,
and drive.
give one of those dismissal Greg things, or man, just riffing, man. Yeah.
I didn't mean it.
Riffing. I didn't mean any of it. He's
We
hey,
have,
he's actually a good dude. He'd never heard of a woman. It's all good, dude.
Jeremiah Watkins' new album is out on iTunes. It's on Amazon. It's on fucking Roku. I don't know how you got it on there.
It's on
I mean,
fire.
my grandmother can put a fucking memoir on Roku, but he's got it everywhere, and it's a hilarious album, family reunion. Please make sure you go download it, support him, follow him, tweet, and get as many people as you can to get his new album. Very funny guy. Greg Stone has a beautiful podcast on Laugh Button Network. What's it called again?
Dick Talk. Get Dick Talk. Dick Talk and the boys. Spelled DIX because we're triple X. Dick Talk and the boys because we don't want to forget the boys. BOYZ.
It's not
all
called
men
fucking, buddy. I can't do this today.
for 1 hour. And we don't like it. We're not even attracted to each other, but we do it for you. We 69 each other for you, the straight man who's afraid to 69 a friend. Okay? Dial 69. Dick boys and the cockheads. Or whatever I said. Oh, the Rad Dude cast or something.
That's it.
It's the Rad Dude cast.
That's it.
It's on the Laugh Button Network. And you also have a Mandalorian nerd.
Right. But
right?
I'm sorry, but if we could please donate to, this is serious, to this website. It's called molesteddogs.com, molested, DOWGS, molesteddogs.com. There's dogs out there who are getting petted way too close to their genitals, and no one is helping them.
All victims of Mike Feeney.
Is that what happened to your finger?
Yes, it was one of the. I went to deny one of the dog molesters.
No, that was
the human bit me, and
that was a fleshlight accident. He was fingering a fleshlight for whatever reason.
Ridiculous.
The human bit me.
Anyway, the Rad Dude cast, please. It's a really funny podcast, and for every download I get, Bobby gets $1. So please download the Rad Dude cast. It's very funny. We have lots of funny things that happen. And if you don't like Japanese people, we're your home.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Greg.
Everybody loves Japanese people. What's
I know.
wrong with you?
I said it's a fun one to go because it's like no one thinks it's serious, but it is.
Mike Cannon has a brilliant podcast also on the Laugh Button Network.
That's right. Newly signed, baby.
Hell yeah, boy. Welcome to the family. I'm going to send you a
Awesome,
tape.
buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, with Brendan Sagalow and chronic sexual assaulter Mike Feeney. Again, all of the proceeds go to his defense fund. I'm standing by him. He's been my friend long before he started to do this, so I see the good in him. Just because he's just victimized millions of women doesn't mean that underneath it all isn't just one.
You just said how nice his wife was. This is the worst thing you could do to his wife.
Yeah.
It's just saying how horrible her husband is. He was like,
Not
the
to
sweetest
her.
wife. But Mike, don't get me started on Mike Feeney.
She's protecting the family she has in the basement. She must remain loyal to this
She's the
monster.
hero.
It's not even sexual. He's a choker. That's the thing. He's not even a sexual assault. He just goes around choking anybody.
That's right.
Jokes? Does he
Happened
choke
to me.
women?
Yeah, with no gloves, so it's cold hands on top of everything else.
Women, men,
Here's
this
an
guy will eat
idea.
anything. The world is a buffet for him of people he can
And
choke.
the name of your podcast with
Yes, what's it called?
five
Here-
gentlemen.
Here's the scenario. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/scenario pod. It's me, Brendan Sagalow, Mike Feeney, who according to my knowledge, has never heard a single woman. But yeah, sign up. We got episodes
You
coming
just
out.
did
on
Jeremiah's thing.
Yeah. We got iTunes episodes coming out. We're dropping really soon. And check out Irish Goodbye podcast as well. And watch my special on YouTube. I have 2 hours plus of stand-up content on Mike Cannon Comedy on YouTube, plus sketches, TV appearances, podcasts, all that stuff. And
Your
Still
Instagram
living in his
great.
fucking mother's,
thank you,
his
brother.
mother-in-law's.
What about
Yeah,
my
yeah.
Instagram?
me
Jeremiah,
out of
what am I mine?
We just met, but I'll start checking it out.
Now do me. Now do me. Now do me.
Uh-oh. Hello?
Sorry. I just treat everyone like we're best friends. Sorry, Jeremiah. I just
Yeah, hey, dude, I'm gonna follow you right after this podcast.
I'll take it.
I just want to do that on everything now. What do you want for lunch? You want tuna? I'll have tuna.
I love that dress. I'm not being racist.
I have to be
I'm not.
careful.
What
I
do
might
you
have a stroke.
Also, please tweet at I am Mike Feeney and just tell him that you know his secret. Don't tell him what
Stop.
it is. Just
Stop.
tweet that you know his
Dude,
secret.
this is getting crazy.
Like, isn't there a world where everyone gets that we're joking, that it's not a serious thing
Not
come
this
out of my
world.
mouth?
Yeah, it's
Is
called
there not a world?
1982.
There's always 5 people that are like,
There is a world, but you need
I'm not the hero that the city needs. But I'm the hero the city deserves.
There is
right.
a world. You need a fucking DeLorean to get to it, buddy.
Listen, I'm kidding, but I hope everybody can see the Q mug that's prominently displayed behind me. So take that information how you will.
All right, we're gonna go to the extra 10 right now. YKWD. Gabby, what do you got? You got a fight. Yeah.
Listen to my podcast, Unabashed Podcast. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Gabby is Brian.
Wait, do
And of course,
you put Gabby's plug in the extra?
Sometimes he does.
I don't. I never do that. I never do
Hey,
that.
if you want to
Not-
follow Gabby, you have to get on the Patreon.
Isn't it weird that Jeremiah and Gabby exactly the same face?
We have the same face.
Well, so
Listen,
basically,
you
if
guys
you want to
smile,
follow
it's
Gabby,
insane.
follow me at Jeremiah Stand Up. I post just as sexy as pics and everything.
I mean, the one you just posted, bro, was hot as fuck.
Yeah.
You gotta hop
There
They
you
in.
have the same bra size too.
100%. His is bigger.
Both growers, not showers.
All right, so and we got Mush, Mike V. Suarez.
Yeah, and me and Greg do that Mandalorian podcast that
Nice.
nobody paid attention to.
Oh, can you tell him about it, Mike? Tell him about it for real though, because I
Oh,
said molesteddogs.com and I blew it.
Instead, exactly. It's so hard to get you to promote your own podcast that I produce because it's always a joke. So,
Please promote it.
There was some real frustration in that
That
voice.
was
that
was
was-
that's it. If you
Yeah.
like that
Really
pitch, you
good.
like the podcast. That's all I can
Yeah.
say. It's
Right.
like,
You
the
almost
podcast makes that
snap
pitch.
Mush. You almost snap nice Mush out of the character into angry Mexican Mush.
Mush got real.
It's just so hard.
I've
Yeah.
been there.
He's holding a
Gotta
knife.
listen to the Mandalorian podcast that I produce, and I'm very upset that you always just joke about it and you never actually plug it.
Great voice.
That's the best thing ever.
That was amazing. I don't know how you just did that. I'm amazed at the
I
technology.
can't believe
Oh.
you waited an hour in to do that.
Listen more on the Patreon.
He pushed it. He pushed a button on a fucking mixer. Why are you guys so amazed? We're literally. I'm in a shed.
Old school radio guy over here, really calling my bluff right now.
It's not a bluff. It's a fact. You fucking dummy. It's exactly what you did. You fucking transitioning car.
I see through that. I see through it.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Gabby's father is literally one of the biggest fucking synth players in the world, and she's like, "How did you do that?" Like your father when he goes, "Wow, wow, do gow, do gow, do wow, wow." Same shit.
This is
Well-
the song
Yeah.
for the mentally retarded. Bow, wow.
No, I'm gonna get tagged in that. That clip's so quick.
So listen to the Rad Dude Cast with Anthony DeVito, Brendan Aaron,
no,
and Greg
no.
Stone.
Did you guys listen to
You
the
just ruined my
fucking
life.
Rad Dude cast? Listen to the fucking Rad Dude cast, people.
All right, listen. All right, all right, listen. What's up, everybody? This is the extra 10 YKWD. We give the
You got to give it a pause and then bring it in. You can't just go.
No,
You got
we don't. Mush fucking
3,
cut it.
2, 1.
No, you guys, seriously, you guys are fucking. I think you guys are the next motherfuckers. I really do.
Next
I
to
think
the
you
heart
guys are
attack, I'll
fucking
say
doing
that.
during this whole pandemic. You're killing it. Sorry
Next
for
game.
talking over that.
No, I was just hating myself for fun. 'cause
Yo,
you're-
There
you're-
are a bunch of tweets saying, Feeney, I know your secret. On Twitter. Oh my God.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
Come on, let me
Christ.
get on Twitter.
You guys are the funniest guys ever. I would do this every week with you guys. Listen, you guys are the best. You guys, all the ladybugs in here. We'll be back tomorrow night with Coulter and Kelly at 7:00. I have a major fucking bone to pick with Mr. Mike Coulter.
Whoa.
He done me wrong.
What do you do?
Wow.
I'm not going to tell you today. I'm going to tell you tomorrow night, 7:00 on Coulter and Kelly on the Patreon. If you want to watch it live, unedited. If not, it will be up on our Coulter and Kelly YouTube page, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Make sure you become a member. If you're watching these videos on here, you're a member. If not, become a member. Price of a cup of coffee. And or you can just give me $100 a month if you really want to just get down to it.
Also, Bobby, I just want to let the fans know, on the Rad Dudecast Patreon, I record all of Bobby Kelly's podcasts and put them on my Patreon as well. So if you subscribe to mine, you get a 2-for-1. So just until they shut us down. So if you're a fan of Bobby Kelly, you're going to love him even more on our podcast, where I just illegally play his stuff.
I gotta go. I just gotta go. Listen, I want to thank all the sponsors and subscribe, like, ow. Subscribe, like, and comment on the fucking thing.
He's dying.
Subscribe to Bobby's Patreon, please. He needs the money for his new belly button.
That's right.
You should get it pierced.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not getting anything.
Or get a diamond piercing.
I'm not getting a diamond. I'd have to get a 7-carat to fit that fucking thing.
I mean, you need definitely a dangling chain to make sure it gets out of the belly button.
Or like a little cross.
We should do an on-air pap smear of Bobby's belly button.
You should just have beads over it. So it's like a beaded curtain that you open up.
I can't.
Like it's a dorm room.
Hi.
It's Bobby's man cave.
Please do not Photoshop people in my belly button.
Dude, you have to. You have to. Please put beaded curtains and us hanging out like behind the beaded curtains.
Follow me at TotallyBobby.com. Bobby. If you want new Bobby pants, go to the Teespring and get your new Bobby pants, where they say Bobby on my pants. Get new Bobby pants masks. Get them. He needs the money. Look at him. He needs new glasses.
January 3rd, I'll be at the Wall Street Theater in Norwalk, Connecticut, live. There's seats available. There's only 100 seats there. Some seats will be available. It's going to sell out, so make sure you go there.
Nice.
And of course, you can stream it all worldwide that night.
Great.
You can stream it right to your house. Have a party right after celebrate the new year. This will definitely be the funniest TV comedy anything you see in January.
Fuck yeah.
I have a new merch idea for you, Bobby.
Oh, perfect. Send it to me. What is it?
A face mask with your belly button on it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So the mouth is just the
Mush.
hole of your belly button.
Mush, I'll send you the mush. I'll send you. I'm going to send you the mush. I'm going to send you the photo tonight. Will you get that done?
Yeah, send me both photos.
I would also buy a T-shirt that says nothing, but it just has the picture of the hole in front of where
Over
the
your-
belly button would be.
Yeah.
I would buy that.
I can
Whoa.
seriously get those ready to be sold by tomorrow.
I will
I
get it
will
to you
buy it.
today. And what's the T-shirt? What's the T-shirt?
It's just your belly button over where our belly button would be, but it doesn't say anything else. There's no explanation. It's just a hole. It's a white T-shirt with just a hole right there.
Please just cut out.
What do you mean? I don't get it. Like my belly button over your belly button on a white
Yes.
T-shirt?
Yeah. And then
What's belly button though? The new one or the old one?
The bloody
new-
one. The
yeah,
bloody
the
Either
new
one.
one. Take your
The
pick.
new one.
New one.
You got to get
Bigger
your
one.
choices.
And then if you look really closely, it's Golem from Lord of the Rings hanging out.
Hey, Jeremiah, I hate to call you out. Did you just call him Golem?
Golem.
Gollum.
Oh Jesus! You're gonna be attacked
Golem?
by a nerd.
You said a
Yeah.
golem? I said
Yeah.
Golem.
Greg
Golem.
just spoke at length
Very
how he
angry.
hates. He
Different.
hates
tell you, but
correct
I'm
people.
so
We're on
angry.
different coasts. I call him Golem, you call him Gollum.
You said Golem, I say.
Tomato,
Greg.
tomato, Golem, Gollum.
Greg, you're a Lord of the Rings stat guy. What the fuck happened?
You hypocrite.
Magneto, Magneto, hey, get the fuck out of here.
All right. Listen, I love you guys. Mike Cannon, I hate you, dumb hat. We'll see you guys next time. You know what, dude? See you later.
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs.